Joe Johnson is a one-time All-NBA and a seven-time All-Star. Very known for his ISOs, giving him the nickname ISO Joe and hitting game winners. In his career, he has scored over 20,000 points over his 17 seasons in the NBA. His career started when he was drafted with the 10th pick in the 2001 NBA draft to the Boston Celtics. But midway through his rookie year, he was traded for Rodney Rogers and Tony Duck, who both were okay for the Celtics. He averaged 7.5 points, 3.3 rebounds, and 2.3 assists, and was nominated for the All Rookie Second Team. In his first full year as a Sun, he averaged 9.8 points, 3 rebounds, and 1.5 assists. He played all 82 games and started a handful of them. But he was on a stacked Suns team with Starberry, Sean Marion, Amari Stoudemire, and Penny Hardaway. This team went 44 and 38, fourth in the West, but lost the first round to the San Antonio Spurs 4-2. Joe Johnson averaged 5.3 points coming off the bench, playing 27 minutes a game. The next year, all his numbers had a jump. He averaged 16.7 points, 3.2 rebounds, 2.6 assists, and was sixth in most improved player voting and started more games. But the team went 29 and 53, missing the playoffs. The next year, Johnson's numbers were relatively the same, but the team won 62 games because of Steve Nash coming to the team. And see my other video to see Steve Nash's career. In the playoffs, he averaged 18 points per game, and in the first round, swept the Grizzlies and beat the Mavs in the second round, but lost to the Spurs in the conference finals. Gentlemen swept. That offseason, Joe Johnson signed with the Atlanta Hawks for 6 years, 123 million. In the first year with the Hawks, he averaged 20 points, 4 rebounds, and 7 assists. But the team was bad and only won 30 games, missing the playoffs. The next year, Joe Johnson had a jump to 25 points per game and was an all star for the first time. The team was still bad and they missed the playoffs again. But the following year, they won 47 games and made the playoffs as a fourth seed, alongside Mike Bibby, Josh Smith, and a young Al Horford. In the playoffs, they won a 7-game series against the Miami Heat, nearly blowing a 3-1 lead. Joe Johnson's averaged 17 points in the series, less than what he had in the regular season, but was swept in the second round by the Cavs, with no answer to LeBron, who was averaging 33 points in the series. The next year, the team was even better, winning 53 games and was the third seed, Johnson putting up the same numbers he did prior. In the playoffs, Johnson's numbers did drop off and went to 7 games against the Bucks and was swept in the second round. And the next 2 seasons, it was the same with the Hawks, losing the first and second round. In the summer of 2012, Joe Johnson was traded to the Brooklyn Nets for 5 players and a first round pick. In his first year with the Nets, he was paired up with Darren Williams and Brook Lopez, and together they won 49 games and winning 27 more games than they did the season prior. They lost in the second round, with Johnson putting up 16 points per game in the playoffs and went to 7 games against the Bulls team without D Rose. The following season, the Nets made a blockbuster trade for Paul Pierce and Kevin Garnett, but only won 44 games. Johnson played the most games out of the team with 79 and putting up 17 a night, and had his last All Star appearance. In the playoffs, they went to 7 against the Raptors and lost to LeBron and the Miami Heat in the second round. The season after, they only won 38 games, with Joe Johnson averaging 16 a game, and lost to Johnson's former team, the Hawks, in the first round. The next season, He was waived by the Nets and later signed with the Miami Heat alongside D Wade. And the team won 48 games that season and was set to 7 games against the Hornets. Johnson put up a respectable 10 a game and lost in the second round to the Raptors, with Johnson averaging 13 a game in that series. The following season, he signed with the Utah Jazz, and for the first time since his days in Phoenix, came off the bench, averaging 9 points per game. The team won 51 games that season, and in the playoffs against the Clippers, Johnson hit a game winner to take this game one of the series.
Gets it across half court. Won't use the timeout. 5 seconds left. Joe Johnson with 4. Johnson with 2. Drives in. Puts it up. Gets the bounce at the gun. And the Jazz win game 1. ISO Joe.
After 7 games, winning the series and lost in the second round to the Warriors. The rest of his career, nothing really happened. He had a stint with the Rockets and played 1 game for the Celtics in 2022. He plays in the Big Three League and won 3 Big 3 MVPs and a championship. I hope you guys did enjoy, and I'll see you on the next one. Ciao.